can't let a team beat you twice.
Yeah.
Like, we can't go into Denver still worried about Minnesota.
Yeah.
How bad they beat us. Like, that's just how it is. You know, you got to learn from it and just put it away.
Welcome to the Wilson Family Playbook, where football meets family and every day is game day.
We're your hosts, Morgan and Logan Wilson, bringing you inside the huddle with stories from the field, life off of it, and everything in between.
Whether it's X's and O's or real talk from the Wilson household, this is your front row seat to our playbook.
Let's dive in.
Welcome back, guys. Week 4, episode 4. I'll let you say it.
Yeah, it was first loss of the year. And excuse my language, but we got our asses kicked. And that's just kind of how sometimes these games go. And, you know, I've been playing football for a very long time. And the longer I played it, the more I realized how important it is to have such a short-term memory. Regardless of whether or not you win or lose. I always talk about like the 24-hour rule. It's like, what could we have done better? We didn't get any turnovers. You know, we had 5 turnovers as a team. We didn't force any on defense, and that's kind of about what you'd expect a score to look like when that happens. Turnovers are such a huge part of this game, especially at this level. And we didn't get any and gave up too many times. And so it's kind of what you get. And you just got to take it on the chin, honestly, and move on to next week. And so try to bounce back on Monday night against Denver.
Yeah, that's what I watched Coach Taylor's press conference after the game. And he just kept reiterating that. Like every question that came, it's like when you have 5 turnovers, like I don't know what you expect. I mean, like you're going to an away stadium, and we talked about this last week of it is a really loud freaking stadium. They are going to have all the momentum already, and then you give that momentum on top of it. Like, I mean, there was just no recovering.
Yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes. And I mean, it was the worst loss in franchise history. And so you just literally, but the thing is like it still counts as just one loss. It's not like we lost that game. If we lost that game 100-0 or 48-10 or lost by 1 point, like it's still one loss. We're still 2-1. We still have a lot to play for. Season's not over after that game. Like we just gotta learn from it and move on. That's all you can do. Take it on the chin. You went in the boxing ring, got knocked out. Time to get back up and just go move on to next week. Yeah,
and I think that I watched Coach Taylor's press conference. I think it was the one on yesterday. And he was like, don't get me wrong, we have so much to clean up offensively, defensively. But he also said there was also a lot of good things that were done too. He was like, their offense went out, they scored immediately, but then our defense, they went 3 and out like multiple times. So there were obviously a lot of things that, like you said, you learned from, need cleaned up, but there was also some good stuff done that you can feed off of that and learn off of that too.
Yeah, you got to harp on the negatives and then build on the positives.
Yep.
It's just kind of the nature of the week-to-week basis that we have playing this game. So big one this week, obviously. Yeah, people,
family members, friends, everyone was like, how's Logan after that? And honestly, my answer every single time is like, don't get me wrong, it sucks to lose and it's not like you're excited about it, but like you can compartmentalize so well. You are so good at saying like, that happened, I'm leaving Minnesota now, I'm coming home, and like it is what it is. I can't sit and like be pissed off about it. Like you learn from it, you grow from it, and like you just move on.
You can't let a team beat you twice.
Yeah.
Like we can't go into Denver still worried about Minnesota.
Yeah.
How bad they beat us. Like that's just how it is. You know, you got to learn from it and just put it away.
You'd think that being married to you, I would learn how to do that. But
it's a constant learning in progress.
We balance each other out.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a good question, though, for Logan, is did you have to teach yourself to compartmentalize that? Have you always kind of looked that way? I mean, in the NFL, you're going to lose games.
Yeah.
You've been undefeated since the 70s. So is that a skill you had to teach yourself, or is it something you've always felt pretty okay about?
we were just talking about this at Pilates this morning, and I had brought it up. I think a lot of it was just like the work ethic and the how my dad raised me. Like it just seemed like no matter what I did with my athletic endeavors, whether or not I set a new personal best in, hurdles and track, or if we won a basketball game, or if we lost a basketball game or lost football, like his message was always the same. It was like, just keep working hard and stay humble. And it was always, it didn't matter what the result was. And so like, I think that just like taught me just to be able to compartmentalize that, just to be able to learn from it, move on. All right, we won the game, learn from what I did bad, continue to build on what I did good, and move on to the next week. And it's just been like, I don't know, that's just kind of how both my parents really raised me to be that way. And so I've just kind of learned to live my life that way too. Like life is going to hit you in the face sometimes, and you just got to, whatever it is, like you got to just let it go. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of, you got to be able to learn from your mistakes, learn from the things you did good, and just continue to grow as a human being, as a husband, a father, or whatever, it's just part of life, not just football. It's like, it's a life lesson, but it just happens more often in football on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah. Something that I've seen in you too, because you've had that mentality, like since we started dating at Wyoming, and then you went into the league of like, no matter if it was good, bad, indifferent, like you're like, I'm going to put my head down and keep going. Now, I think that something you struggled with though was celebrating your successes, because when you would get praised for something, it would be like, okay, great, but like keep working. And I think something that at least I really tried to like kind of instill in you also is like, stop and celebrate. Like you did this, you achieved this, you XYZ, celebrate that. And like take a moment. Yes, then get your head back or like butt back to work and keep going, but take a minute and really celebrate that. Because I just remember you used to just like brush off like even the really great stuff. But I think it's because, and not saying this is bad from your dad, but he just has that mentality of like, even if you win, get back to work, keep working hard. But Trevor Wilson, you also got to celebrate. Yeah,
it's for sure a balance, but like, I should be better about celebrating the wins and the small victories than I probably am. But I almost, my mindset is almost like the same, like with how I respond to those things. It's just like,
but your dad's the same way.
Yeah, which apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So here I am.
So level about everything. Something horrible happens, still level.
Hey, how was your food? It was good.
It was fine.
Was it actually good, or was it just average? Like you don't know. Just everything's the same. But
I'm proud of you though. I think that it would be really easy to come off of a weekend like this and a loss like that and just be really down in the dumps, and you just move on.
Yeah, I really try not to let football and football life affect home life.
Life is a lot bigger than football.
Yeah, always has been, always will be. And for people who don't think that or think otherwise, fans think otherwise.
You need a reality check.
Like I get to come home to our happy little daughter and a beautiful wife. Like it doesn't get a whole lot better than that. So just got to keep things into perspective.
Yeah, I agree.
Turns out Cambry didn't know the score at all.
No, right.
I asked her.
Matter of fact, she was checking her eyelids like nothing happened. By the time I got home,
the sky's falling, and Cambry had no idea.
She had no idea. She was still cheering on Dada.
She was eating her cheesesteak. We were at the neighbor's house watching it.
Yeah.
She was happy as a clam.
Yeah.
So. Okay. About moving forward, we play in Denver this week. And I'm so excited.
I know.
For anyone that doesn't know this, I'm sure most people do. I'm from Colorado. Logan's from Wyoming. So we kind of grew up like Denver. Wyoming doesn't have a professional football team, obviously. So I feel like most people in Wyoming tend to like lean towards you're a Broncos fan. And then me growing up in Colorado, just grew up a Broncos fan. So it'll be fun to go back home and see lots of family, lots of friends.
Closest game we could have to home. So
yeah. And you didn't play last time.
Unfortunately, no.
We traveled there Super Bowl year, so it would have been 2021. It was December of 2021. we went there and Logan had torn his labrum that year. And most years he would have been able to travel, but because it was COVID, you still could have traveled, but Coach Taylor said you weren't allowed to leave your hotel room or something. So
Yeah,
like
so
go see family. So he's like, I'm not going to fly all the way to Denver to have to sit in my hotel
good
room.
old COVID times.
Yeah. So
It was unfortunate because I think we had like, I think there was like,
20
I think it was more. I think it was like 40 people. And then like I knew of like other friends or family like that were from Casper that,
yeah.
you know, I was friends with that were coming to the game. And so it was unfortunate, but
Yeah. But we're going this weekend.
yes, we are.
You're
Yeah.
healthy. So, yeah, we have quite a few family members coming down. His dad, grandma, stepmom, mom, stepdad, stepsister, sister, my mom, my stepdad, like all of our best friends. We have friends flying in from Arizona coming to it,
Yeah.
driving down from
Some
Wyoming.
friends that are in Colorado. Like there's
Torrington.
people that are probably going that we don't even that we know and are friends with
Oh,
that haven't
for
told us they're
sure.
coming.
But they're
You know what I
gonna be at
mean?
the
Like
game.
they're just because they're in that area. And
Yeah.
So if you were to guess total number of people that you'll have at the game with,
that I know.
Yeah,
that,
you know.
that like I just don't know of.
yeah,
Between
15 to 20.
more.
I'm saying that we know of.
No, he's saying total. That even ones that we don't know of. I was gonna be like 50.
Probably because like Etta and Noah, I think, are going. I think
Yeah.
Erin and her boyfriend are
Yeah,
going.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
So it'll be fun. I'm going to fly out a couple days before, go spend time with some family, some friends. And then, yeah, it's just going to be a blast. I'm trying to convince your dad to go to the zoo with us on Sunday, but he's very anti.
Anti-fun Trevi. That's how he rolls.
But yeah, so I will be traveling alone with Camry Girl. Originally, I had booked a flight. Well, I hadn't booked the flight. So Cincinnati's airport, if you are from here or around here, you know, it's just not the best airport. And so I guess United also flies direct, but, Southwest. United is like the main one though, that I feel like we fly, a bunch of our family flies. For basic economy, for me to fly out on Saturday and come home Tuesday was $2,700. And that's one seat.
I don't know who's flying.
And I have an 18-month-old. And your basic economy, like, she's got to have her own seat. So we would have paid over $5,000 for tickets. It ended up working out, changed flights around. But yeah, traveling alone with an 18-month-old. It's a journey. I already know I'm going to have 2 checked suitcases.
2
car
checked
seat.
suitcases?
Yeah, I've got to bring her own one because I'm going to have tons of diapers in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to want to bring toys for her to play with.
It's definitely not easy nor for the faint of heart to
I've got a
travel
car
with
seat on my
a
back,
toddler.
a stroller, 2 checked bags, and her strapped to my chest.
Are you taking her car seat?
The one in your truck. Yeah, I'm going to take the Uppa baby. So yeah, if you see me in the Cincinnati airport on Saturday, just don't even.
Just smiling waves.
Pray for me, really. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I feel like this trip has kind of been in the works for a really long time. The ticket situation has been a pain in the butt. I think this is the only game I'm going to travel to. I've thought about going to Miami, and that one's still kind of up in the air, but this is like the only for sure one that I know. And I think we had mentioned this in another episode, but when you are going to an opposing team and you get your tickets through the Bengals, you're going to be up in like the nosebleed rafters. And if you know Denver Stadium, like it's high up. I mean, those seats are
Mile high.
you feel like you're a mile high.
But it's literally also altitude-wise a mile high.
No, but you feel like you're a mile high when you're in those seats.
The whole term of nosebleeds maybe came from being in Denver
Honestly. And
because making your nose actually bleed.
Probably. So I told Logan, I'm like, I would love to try to splurge and get better seats. And we were able to connect with some friends that were able to get their hands on some tickets. And so we got some good seats, and we're going to be with like all of our best friends and our family. And Logan's just gonna hang out for a little bit Sunday, play a game, and then go back home.
Yep.
It's the worst part.
Get
It's
home
like,
with the butt crack of dawn on Tuesday morning.
all of our best friends are gonna be in one spot, and I feel like you just won't
Get
get
to briefly see him on Sunday and oh, nice. Olaf just snored. If you guys can't hear that. Oh, now you're awake?
But yeah, Logan normally doesn't love to leave the hotel on Sundays, or I guess it's normally Saturdays, but before the game, the night before the game. And so I think we're gonna just like order food to the hotel so that you can see all of our people, hang out for a little bit.
Yeah,
It'll be good.
it will be.
I'm excited. I'm also excited for you to play Denver, because last season when we played them, which you weren't playing, but when did we play them last season?
Late in the year. I wasn't playing.
We beat them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was thinking of when they played the Chiefs, and the Chiefs played all their second string. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I think it'll be a good game.
Should be.
Okay. What does this week look like for you, playing on a Monday?
We have an extra bonus day. So normally we would have a full day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday's kind of a half day. Basically everything just kind of gets pushed back a day. So like a normal Wednesday is now Thursday, a normal Thursday is now Friday, and a normal Friday is now Saturday. And then like tomorrow is the extra bonus day. So we have like a half day of work, which is nice because you get an extra day of recovery and extra day of preparation. So it's good to have that. And then traveling on Sunday when the NFL games are all going on is always different. Monday night games are just way better to have at home, especially going back west about 2.5, 3 hours. Like I don't know what time we're gonna get home on Tuesday morning. By the time I actually get home or get to the stadium, go in sauna, come back, go to bed, I'd probably be similar to the Monday night game, Jacksonville. Like 5. I remember I walked in the Jacksonville Monday night game from a few years ago. I walked in the front door at 5:15 in the morning and I hadn't slept.
Yeah. Well, and it's hard too because the time changed. Like when you played in Jacksonville, you're still on the same time zone, whereas
It'll balance out though. Like I thought about the same thing,
no,
but
I'm saying more so for like game time when you start.
Yeah.
Like it's 6:15 there, but it's 8:15 here. We're normally getting ready for bed at 8:15.
Yeah, well, any night game you have to like try to take a nap early in the afternoon at the hotel if you can, but it's hard to like if you have to like trick your body into thinking it's not time for bed, even though that it's not really possible. Your circadian rhythm gets, at least mine, because I'm so consistent and on sleep time that it's just like starting to wind down towards that time. You got to like flip it on, like, all right, here we go. It's just the nature of those night games.
Yeah.
I imagine atmosphere has to help a little bit with that. You know, that place is going to be, packed full, going crazy on Monday night. That's got to help you wake up a little.
National TV. Yeah, it'll certainly help, but it's not necessarily easy. Like just naturally your body wants to just wind down and go to bed, but just got to find a way.
No red light before the game.
No. Got to have caffeine later in the day than you would normally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably have like a cup of coffee in the morning and then try to just not have any caffeine until it's time to
Probably such a mental.
Switch it on.
Yeah. Probably such a mental battle at that point.
Just away night games are just like, you literally just sit in the hotel all day waiting.
Yeah. At least when you're at home for a night game, like you can come home. So you just
and you have
at home all day.
Yeah. And you have like Normatec booths.
If it's distraction.
Yeah. Sitting in hotel rooms, like got to bring Nintendo Switch or like something to just get your mind off of. If you sit in your hotel room and just think about the game all day, like you get nervous energy and then you really like have to, like, then you're really not ready to play because you just like.
Your brain's just fried.
Do you ever
hang out with guys like at the hotel?
Yeah.
Like, do you all go to someone's hotel room or something?
Not really. Trey and I pretty much hang out. Like we go to meals together and hang out pretty much every meal. Except for game days. Trey does is Trey locks in like from the jump, so
Yeah.
he doesn't like to talk or sit next to anyone.
So does he eat meals alone?
Well, he'll be at a table, like someone will sit there, but like he usually sits at a table by himself, and then
He's like, no, like kind of
with
people
with
kinda
his
know, don't talk
with
to
his
me.
music in. Yeah, but just trying to get locked in.
I would be the person.
Maybe I don't know if he'll do it for the night game, but definitely that pregame meal time, whenever it is like. I'm like I have to be loose, free, like just talking, chit chatting, laughing, like be normal. Like I can't just be
He's
like
like-
uptight. Yeah, everyone's got their own way of getting ready for the game, but that's how I do it.
I'd be the person that went up and would try talking to Trey. Are you okay? Do you need friends?
No, he's really good at what he does, so we just let him do what he needs to do. Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I saw an interview this week that now I forget who was giving it, but they were talking about kickers and how they don't talk with. It was Arian Foster is who was talking about it, and he said he doesn't talk to kickers during a game, and it was like taboo to not talk to kickers during a game. Is that something that you've noticed? Like his argument was essentially that if you screw up as a player, you have a chance to go out and redeem yourself on the next play. But kickers don't. They have that one chance to make the play, to do what they're supposed to do. Specifically with Evan, because he's such a good friend of yours too. Is that something you noticed? Do you talk to him during the games?
Now that you're bringing that up, I don't really talk to him. The only thing I'll do is like if they have if he makes a long field goal, or if Ryan has a really good punt and pins them deep in their own field position, like I'll just go give him a high five or dap him up real quick. But other than that, I don't really, now that you're saying that, I don't really say much to him at all.
Yeah.
But kicking is so much like of the mental aspect. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I kicked all the way up until college, and it's so much mental. Like once you have the ability's always there, but then there's all like, I'd be curious what Evan would say, how much of kicking is like, what percentage of it is mental? I would say 90% of it.
Yeah. I 100% agree with that. And I think what is so cool about Evan is his faith. And I think that plays such a huge role in his consistency, because he's relying on God, and he knows that like that is what's going to get him through. That's what's going to give him like the mental stability, because you can't be like up and down.
Not as a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I sent you guys a video this week from College Game Day. I was just watching College Game Day on Saturday morning, and a really familiar face popped up. But then I saw the name McPherson. I said, "That's Evan's brother. That's got to be."
Yeah.
He's a kicker at Auburn. Did you see that story? It's a pretty cool one about about Alex, and just kind of the tribulations that he's gone through, and kind of all those pieces. I'm just curious to get your thoughts on it a little bit.
Yeah, when you sent me that video, I think I watched it not long after, and I texted you back, and I was like, that'll hit you right in the feels.
Yep.
I think at the very end of it, he was tearing up, just like about how excited he was to be back on the field, and he just seemed very grateful, and I'm sure he's just as good of a human being as his brother Evan is, and so you feel for people like that, and you're just attracted to people like that have gone through tough things and still persevere and find a way to be out there to help his team. And it was a really touching video to see. I haven't talked to Evan much about it. I know I think it's gotten brought up a couple times in conversation, just briefly, but never an in-depth conversation about it. So definitely hats off to his brother, and we're praying for him and that he has another good year at Auburn.
Gracie and we've always had a friendship, but I feel like us having our babies literally on the same day just gave us like this whole different level of closeness. And she has truly become one of my best friends here in Cincinnati. And so she's shared with me some about Evan's brother, and just like the journey that he's been on. I know that he struggled really bad before and then got his colon removed, and now it's just like a whole different journey that he's on. And it's just one of those things that goes to show that, kind of like what you were saying, like life is going to smack you in the face and life is going to throw you different things, but it's such a testimony to trusting in God, working hard, and just like never giving up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I thought it was really cool. They so he wears a colostomy bag, which when you see it, your just reaction to it is one thing, and then they said that 1 in 500 people in the United States have that. Wow. And so Alex talked about his just kind of ability to show this to people and say it's not something that of course it's a problem. You don't want it to be there, but to be able to do what you love and do what you're passionate with, kind of in spite of it, I thought was a really cool part of that as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think it just aligns with any like disability, anything that kind of like I said that life throws at you. I mean, you just handle it. And is it ideal? No. But he's still out there being a freaking amazing kicker and doing the dang thing, even with a colostomy bag.
I think I just love seeing when people have like a quote unquote like a problem or a disability or a health issue that they turn into something like so much bigger than that, and like they persevere through it. Like another like Chad Muma, like having diabetes and like playing in the NFL with diabetes, and he's not the only one, but like I was a teammate with him, and so he's an advocate for that now. And so just stuff like that is always really cool to see, because then it's like, oh, like there's an NFL player, he has diabetes. Like I don't have, if I'm a little kid and this is a role model, like I don't have to let this define me. Like I can do big things. I can still dream big and do what I want to do in life. And it's important to have figures like that. And so like Alex McPherson is obviously another one with his situation.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think, going back to Chad, I can't remember what his foundation is, but he does so much incredible work for, I don't know if it's research for diabetes or just, I don't know exactly what it is, but just to see something that
having an impact. Yeah.
Like again, people would say is like a quote unquote like setback or disability or whatever. He's using that to spread awareness. He's using it. I know they are strong in their faith to glorify God. And yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
All right. You want to talk about the Ryder Cup?
Big golf weekend.
Full disclosure here, when we started this, Morgan said, what's the Ryder Cup? So this might be a you and I conversation here, Logan.
Yeah, it might be, but
now this is interesting though, because it's a Monday night game this week. So does that give you a little bit more time where something like this is going on, that you'd be able to kind of lock in on it this weekend?
Yeah, now that because the final day is Sunday, right? Yeah. So hopefully the planes have live TV. That would be really good because we're going to be traveling on Sunday.
Do they normally?
Depends. I'm assuming this one will be because it's a longer flight. It depends on how far our flight is depending on the type of plane we get.
What do you make of the have you seen the Rory stuff about Bryson DeChambeau? And basically he said that Rory said that Bryson, all he does is talk about Rory or Scotty, and that's how he gets attention on himself. So the rivalry is heated, but Scotty Scheffler came to his defense this week too. So there was the Ryder Cup's cool because it's the first team event of every other year in golf. Usually they're playing by themselves.
Yeah, and is it in Baltimore?
It's at Bethpage Black. I believe it's upstate New York.
Oh, New York. You're right. I was just looking at the rosters.
I'm just gonna chime in. I like Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, we're big Scotty Scheffler fans. You want to talk about a guy that's just even keeled, through everything, all the ebbs and flows of his life and golf, and just
one time
everything.
I listened to an interview that he did, and he literally said, if golf was ever coming in between my relationship with my wife or my kid, I would quit that day.
Yeah.
That is like commitment to your family.
I'm like, I love that dude.
Well, you're the same. Like,
I know.
You are the same with like football is a passion and you do it and you're so blessed to be able to make a living off of something you love. But at the end of the day, like we said, football isn't your whole life.
Right.
Football isn't everything. And I feel like the same with Scotty is he's so good at it. He's so talented. He gets to go out and do what he loves, but it's also not something that is an idol for him.
Right.
He's pretty famously said that he celebrates his wins for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you were talking about Logan not celebrating his achievements.
Yeah,
Scotty is even worse at that than you are, Logan.
I remember, I think I saw on Twitter at one point when he was, because he's been on like a run these last few, like his top 10 finishes have been like, I don't know, he's like close to like 20 straight tournaments of top 10 finishes, and there was a time where he was winning like back to back, and it was like someone tweeted and they were like, I love seeing week to week updates of Scotty's son, because he's winning all the time, and like his wife is
you're
showing
seeing
up
him
with their
grow up
baby.
in
Yeah,
real
you're seeing him.
time.
Yeah,
That's
in
so
real
true.
time.
Well, yeah, because his wife is private on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, you can't follow her.
Yeah.
So, and he doesn't really like post much about, I don't know if he posts his kid on social media.
Yeah, I don't know,
So,
but that was that tweet. I don't even know if we call it tweet anymore with X, but everyone knows what I'm referring to.
I still call it Twitter.
Yeah,
I
it's.
don't call it X,
But that was a good one.
I saw a stat that he, if you took his entire year, so there's 80 to 100 golfers in every field.
Yeah.
This entire year, if you took every single time that somebody has beat him one-on-one in a tournament, he's only been beat 62 times this whole year.
That's
So only 62 players have beaten him over the course of this entire year at some point during a tournament. Which
And then
insane.
what's also insane is how long he's been world number one. And have you seen the stat how much longer he has to be world number one to catch Tiger?
Yeah, you
prime
forget how
Tiger.
good Tiger was until
There's like
until you see it.
280 more weeks.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Like prime Tiger is like, I don't know if there'll ever be, like
Yeah.
Scotty is for sure the closest that we've had, but he's still not
Yeah.
Tiger's level. Like
Yeah.
Tiger was.
I remember one time I said to you, I was like, Scotty's worst day of golf is my best day. And you looked at me and you're like, I don't even think.
Not even close.
No, he's still shooting like 3 under par, and Morgan's like, yeah,
I'm like 3 over par.
on one hole. No, but looking at this roster, it's hard because you don't see much of the LIV golfers
Yeah.
like in tournaments anymore, because they're doing their own thing, and there's only so many majors they can play in, and so like John Rahm, like I think he won a lot of money or something for LIV, like the season cup or something.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. I think I saw that.
So he's still, but he doesn't seem like he's played that great in the majors. So I don't know. We'll see. Go USA though. I mean, we're gonna be rooting for the boys for sure.
Definitely going to have that on TV.
Is that something that there's some guys on the team? If you do have live TV on the flight, you guys will be gathered around cheering it on, or is it
I feel like Trey's a big Scotty.
Trey likes Scotty. I feel like any man of faith loves Scotty too. You
True.
know, like
Yeah,
he's
that's
just
a good
a
point.
good dude to follow.
I
But
feel like a lot of NFL players too, correct me if I'm wrong, but because like season is so crazy, off season, a lot of them golf. Like I feel like that's just kind of like a stress reliever. Like a bunch of guys like to go
there's a good
out and
amount
swing
that
some
that
six.
golf.
who's the best golfer on the Bengals?
Evan.
Oh, 100%. But golf in that family. So
Yeah.
Gracie's little brother is like an insane golfer. I want to say he's a senior in high school, and he's being recruited by like a bunch of
Top
top
colleges.
And then Gracie's sister's boyfriend is in the Canadian League right now or something.
Yeah, because we had dinner with her and she was talking about that.
Yeah.
It's like he was in Canada. or
They're a
something.
big golf family.
Yeah. Yeah, Evan's. I think if Evan wanted to maybe go play some level of professional golf when he was done
He probably could.
kicking, he probably could get there.
Yeah.
He's just guy can go out and I remember I played. It wasn't a hard course. I don't forget what the name of the course was in Kentucky, and he shot like I want to say he ended up shooting like a 76, but he had one hole where he had like an 8 on it because he chose to not take a drop. Like he just kept hitting the ball in the weeds instead of like it was like a 3 or 4 shot extras that he hit on that hole. And so I was like, dude, can you either teach me your ways or just get out of here? Like this is
literally.
ridiculous.
Literally. No, I feel like a lot of guys on the plane will probably have that on.
Yeah, if there's live TV.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, please.
Come on, Delta.
Yeah.
You guys want to get into some questions?
Yes. So I wasn't on my A game, and I forgot to post this, but I posted the Q&A right before we started, and I was like, you know what?
There's still time.
Yeah. And there were actually quite a few questions. So, have you tried Skyline chili yet? What are your thoughts if you did?
People are gonna be mad because I have not tried fresh Skyline chili
Oh yeah, we've had it out of it wasn't even a can, it was a packet.
that they sent us. And I tried it and I really it wasn't bad.
You know what shocks me is the ingredients. Like we are we're very mindful and cautious of ingredients in food, and I was shocked. It's 5 ingredients long or something like that.
Yeah, it really wasn't bad. It's just not people have to understand. We grew up in
We're from out west.
well, the real Midwest, whatever you want to talk. People probably get mad for me saying that, but Wyoming is really, if you're looking at the United States, it's the middle west part of the United States. But everything out there is hearty chili. This is a sauce chili, and so it's just I'm just not used to it. It's just different. It has a good taste, but I have not tried it quote unquote fresh from a Skyline chili or had it on a chili dog yet either. So I'm sure eventually I'll
Skyline, hit us up. Let's get Logan some Skyline.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I don't love it. It's just, I grew up. You know what? I shouldn't even say that. I think you have to go into it with the mindset of it isn't chili. It is a sauce.
Yeah.
Because when I think of chili, I'm beans, meat, hearty chili. I'm having cornbread with it.
Yeah.
I'm not pouring it over spaghetti. I did try, so I can't have gluten, so I can't have the spaghetti or the corn or the hot dog or anything. I did try a little spoonful of it one time, and it isn't bad. It's just, if I'm going to eat a bowl of chili, I'm going to eat I say real chili.
Our version of real chili.
Is there a strange Cincinnati thing that you've kind of found out since you've got here that's a Cincinnati-ism, so to speak, that you just don't get? Skyline being one of them.
Skyline.
Oh, well, I was going to say the amount of beef or hatred from between Gold Star and Skyline. People are oh, you like Gold Star? No. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't. I haven't tried Gold Star either. So
I haven't tried
just
Gold
relax,
Star.
guys, please.
I didn't realize though, Skyline, you go and sit down. It's they come and take your order.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fast food.
It's both. You can do both.
Yeah, there you go.
Fast casual.
Okay.
You can go through.
Is that what it'd be considered as fast casual?
You can
Yeah.
sit down.
Don't they come and take your order?
You can. Yeah, you can sit down. I've sat down at many a Skyline.
What do you prefer?
So I'm a Skyline fan for
Yeah.
sure.
What's the difference?
Skyline's a little bit thinner than Gold Star. Gold Star is a little bit meatier. Gold Star, I will say, recently in the last probably 5 or 10 years has added burgers and kind of a full menu to their deal and
To their repertoire.
yeah, it's pretty good. But I grew up on Skyline. That's kind of I think I was excited when the Bengals announced that they were moving from Gold Star to Skyline.
Yeah.
It was a good win for us.
I know our whenever we have friends and family that are into that, they get the chili dogs or the pack of chili dogs at the games.
What do they call them?
Conies.
No. A glizzy.
Oh yeah,
Dogs got it.
yeah,
That's what Ben always says when he comes here. I gotta
Yeah.
get myself a glizzy.
yeah. They enjoy them. I know
they
that.
do.
So
Justin one time.
I'm sure if you had a few beers and a hot dog or a glizzy or whatever they got.
I've been to weddings where they serve Skyline chili bars at night, after, not at dinner. They do it at
a
midnight, a late night snack. There'll be a full
At a wedding?
Skyline bar. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Thinking about that.
A chili dog.
If I'm buzzing right now and I had to eat some,
Oh my
that
God,
would create a bomb in the toilet. that would be bad.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Morgan, do you follow the same diet as Logan or do you have different eating habits? We eat pretty similar. I love to cook. I feel like that is a love language for me. I really like to take care of people, and so cooking for me is that. I can't eat gluten, as I just said. So I feel like when I cook, it is gluten-free. So Logan eats that way, but you eat gluten. He's a big cheat day guy, so Tuesday is his cheat day.
Today.
Yeah, Tuesday cheat day. So he does that. I don't really do a cheat day.
You don't indulge, and I want you to. I poke and prod to get you to join me. I'm can you look at they have a lettuce wrap, and you're like, no, I'm gonna eat my butternut squash, my turkey meatballs, and potatoes.
I don't eat that.
You do.
Not that combination.
Okay. My bad.
I did make some bomb turkey meatballs.
See,
the other night, though.
guys,
But
I'm not making
I
it
feel like
up.
we eat very similar. We went and got gelato the other night.
We did.
Okay, what was that place called? Golden
Gelato?
in Covington. You guys, I got the pistachio gelato. The best. I mean, I don't really get pistachio very often, but it was the best gelato.
KJ liked it too. It was all over her clothes and it was dripping on the sidewalk on our walk back. I mean,
I
it
didn't
was
even have a spoon, so I'm eating.
it was on your clothes too.
Yep, I
Yep.
was so sticky. And she had pooped, so there was just like such a
Yeah,
bad
just life of a toddler. Right there. That is
Someone asked where we live in Kentucky.
we're not gonna give you that one. Sorry.
But we do live in Kentucky, and I love it. And she said that she lives in Newport, and she loves that. We almost lived in Newport when we first moved here, Newport on the Levee. But then
Aqua on the Levee.
Aqua
That's
on the Levee.
it's
Yes. Yep,
it's
you're
that
right.
area, but that was the apartment.
But we lived in Wilder instead. But yeah, Newport is great.
Yeah, right next to right down the road from
Not rats.
No.
What was that called?
the strip club.
There's a strip club right when you get into
Just
Wilder.
there's nothing else around it.
What was that called?
The playpen.
The playpen. Yep. And you guys, you know what? So our first year here nannied for a family in Indian Hill. And so I would have to leave our house at like 6:20 to get out there by 7. And I would leave and there would still be cars in the parking lot and like lights are still on like a Friday, Monday. Like what's
Place
going
just
on
struck
here?
me as if you weren't a regular in there and you showed up, it'd be like you'd be getting every single set of eyes staring at you, wondering what you were doing in there.
Honestly, this probably sounds really creepy, but I would love to just know what it looks like in there. Honestly, because some of the people that you see walking in there, not to cast judgment, but like every window's boarded up. I'm like, what does a
It's
place
look some
look like
sketch
that on
to
the
it.
inside?
So
Character is what we call that.
character. We'll call it character.
I don't want to go into a strip club, you guys. Let's get that clear. Okay. What is your cleaning routine when having a toddler around? You guys are house.
Summertime.
Yes. What?
Summer here, summer there.
So on a daily basis, I'm a very sensitive person. So I like my space to be very clean. And with a toddler, that does not happen. So I will say though, when we put her down at night, I will spend like 10 minutes of just like a rapid cleanup because I feel better when stuff is just put away. And I do a strict like 10 minutes because I'm like, I could spend hours cleaning up all of her toys, honestly. But then in terms of like actually cleaning our house, that is the one thing that we really splurge on is we do have a cleaning service come every week. When we used to not, and then when we had Cambry, it was something when we're hosting as often as we do, for me taking care of at the time 4 or 5 month old and then thinking about cleaning our whole entire house too, it was just a lot to tackle. And so
We got 3 animals that shed,
Yes.
so it's like
we have shedding animals, we have hair everywhere in our house.
sometimes it's just worth the peace of mind of being able to know that like, okay,
Yeah.
Fridays, like people get in, family and friends get in on Friday, house is getting cleaned Friday, so it's
Yep.
gonna be clean for the weekend. And
Yep.
you clean when you can, like you'll vacuum up
I
something
vacuum
really.
like every
The vacuum
day
we have
still.
is really handy that it's cordless, and so you
Yeah.
don't have to like unravel the cord,
Yep.
plug it in, like you
Yep.
just drive it around,
Yeah.
which is nice.
But if that is something that is like hovering over your head, you can find a very reasonable cleaning person.
Yeah.
And I think it is worth the investment for your mental health. You have a clean space and you're not having to, oh my gosh, I have to.
Anyone that we've ever talked to that has some sort of regular cleaning service doesn't regret it, especially when they're parents, like whether that's once a week, once a month, like
Yeah.
once every few weeks, whatever it is, like
Yeah.
people just, I don't know. I've never heard of someone regretting having
Yeah.
a cleaning service
Yeah.
to at least come every so often, because it's just, you have that, and
Yeah.
it's one less thing you can take off your plate so that you can show up and be a better
Yeah.
partner, parent, whatever it is.
Well, it is just such a treat too. Like you don't have to scrub your toilets and you don't have to,
Yeah.
you get to come home and your kitchen is perfectly clean. So Let's see. Speaking of that, someone said, what's both your favorite and least favorite household chore?
Mine?
Yeah.
I think laundry.
Is your least favorite?
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Like one you don't mind doing? I already know.
Dishes.
I was going to say mowing the lawn for you.
That too, but I don't get to do that. But I know when I'm done playing and I have that time,
Yeah.
I'm going to love doing
the best
that.
looking yard.
I'm gonna be full on like Home Depot Dad Saturdays, just all in on that. Doing home improvement projects, doing whatever.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I get from my dad. He used to love doing that. Like he would come home after work when we were growing up and literally hand water the yard. We had a sprinkler system, but he would hand water it to make sure like the spots that the sprinkler system wasn't getting were getting enough water.
Yeah.
And we would literally get like random anonymous mail from people in the neighborhood that like just telling him how much they liked his yard, like how good it was.
Yeah.
And like anytime something would happen, if we would have rabbits before we had neighbors with cats. We had rabbits that would come in our yard, and rabbits ruin your yard because they just sit in one spot for a long time. They poop, they pee, all that stuff. We literally we ordered coyote pee to spray in our yard at one point.
Oh, wow.
To keep the rabbits off the yard in our front yard, and it worked. But like that's the
extent that
the extent that my dad would go to make sure his yard looked good. And
yeah.
It's like one of those things where you can see the work you just put in immediately once you just mowed, and so it's pretty satisfying. Yeah. I'm sure Jake can agree.
I do love a good mow.
Yeah.
I would say mine, if I can uninterrupted fold laundry, I love it. But like when I have her with me, I hate it because you fold a pair of shorts, fold a t-shirt.
Or she'll go, Mamas.
I'm like, thank you. That is my shirt, but put it down. So yeah, I would say I really honestly enjoy folding laundry. I find it therapeutic, but if I can be by myself. Least favorite? Picking up dog poop really grosses me out.
Which luckily you don't have to do very often.
Nope.
I try to do that one.
Thanks, Big Logan.
Yeah.
You do good with that.
And the cat poop.
Let's see.
The litter robot.
Oh, this is a good one, and we talked about this earlier. How do you handle the online backlash that Logan faces after a tough loss? Love the pod.
When you asked that earlier, I literally was like, you don't handle it. You don't even worry about it.
Thank you. Mentally strong person.
Well, that's just like when we talked about, I had a random message today talking about what I should and shouldn't do. I should live my life in my requests. And it's just like, I'm not gonna, I just immediately blocked and deleted the message. Like I don't have time for people like that.
Yeah. I can't remember. Wait, fun fact, you guys.
Are we going off topic?
Jake's going to get upset with me for sharing this, but the first podcast that we recorded.
I was going to keep this a secret until episode number 100, but go ahead.
So the first podcast that we recorded on a Tuesday, it went great, you guys.
We're like, this is good.
It was such a good episode. Jake goes home. We wake up to a text from him the next morning, and he was like, you guys, there was no audio to the video that we just recorded. So he's like, there's picture, I see you, but there's no sound. And he's like, I spent hours last night trying to recover it, but there's no sound to recover. So the reason I bring that up was because I can't remember if I talked about this in that episode, because then we ended up, Logan had practice on Wednesday, got home, and we recorded the first week's episode at like 5:30, 6 o'clock on a Wednesday. Got it out by Thursday. Shout out to Jake for that one. But I talked about I think it was the one that got deleted.
I think it was, yeah. I know where you're going with this.
I went on Twitter during preseason, and I shouldn't have done this, but I searched Logan's name, and people are just mean, so mean. And I had the thought of like, okay, Adam, like if you being a data analytical something for Kroger are doing a terrible job at your job, people go on Twitter and say like you're doing XYZ, like how would that make you feel? And like I say that Logan wasn't even doing a bad job. Like, it was preseason and people were just saying all these horrible things. And so it amazes me what people have the audacity to type on the internet. Now, that being said, I told Logan this today, but I'm like, I can't go on Twitter anymore because it is ruthless. Sorry. I'm forever going to be a Twitter person, but it's just, it amazes me what people will say. But then we were talking about this because then the first week, Logan had an insane game. I think that's the week that Pro Football, whatever, had you like rated as the top defensive player, just like percentage wise or however they do that. And I went on Twitter during that game and it was like, Logan Wilson, like who said he's bad? Who said this? He's great. He's the GOAT, whatever, all these things. And so it's so like weekly, I feel like, where if like Monday, if we go and destroy the Broncos, Logan has a great game, that same person on Twitter is probably going to be like, so thankful Logan's on our team. Like, it just, he handles it better than me, I think, because I go into protective mode of like, how dare you say that about like the person that I love and that works so damn hard. It really grinds my gears and I really want to say something back to them.
I know, and that's exactly what they want, is people to respond. So
I know. What uniform combo is your favorite?
Ooh, good question.
I really liked the all orange
I knew you were
out.
gonna say that. Me too.
And the one underrated one I don't think we wear enough is all black.
Yeah.
Those are probably my two favorite combos.
Why don't you guys do more like all one color?
I don't know who decides all that, to be honest with you.
I feel like I know.
Do you think this is a dumb question? I know it's a dumb question, but do you think that if players wanted a certain combination, is there somebody you could go to, or are you just straight up told, here's what we're doing?
I think depending on your standing in the organization, you might have some pull on what we do and don't wear.
Doesn't Joe have like? Doesn't he like to say some of that?
I don't know for sure. I assume he would have some say.
Yeah.
On what we're wearing.
Yeah.
How long do you care about that for? As far as like you get the combo, you're like, oh yeah, that's awesome, that's cool, that's what we're wearing, and then you get into the game and you don't know what you're wearing anymore.
Pretty much. Yeah. Like we're wearing our orange pants this week on Monday night.
Oh, good. White jersey?
White jersey, orange pants, white socks.
Oh, look good.
Yeah.
Share a little bit about your baptism. And
my rebaptism.
So it was Adam that asked that, and he was the one that did chapel.
Yeah, he
correct?
did. Yeah,
in
Adam
Minnesota.
Weber did chapel on Saturday.
And he has a connection with. So I grew up to going to Flatirons Church in Lafayette. I can never say it correct. Lafayette, Colorado. And I'm pretty sure he had a connection with.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly how he knew him, but he knows Jim Bergen.
Okay.
Who's the pastor there.
Yeah.
And it was Easter service, wasn't it?
Yep.
It was like.
And you weren't even planning on it.
No, I don't know if we even knew there was going to be such a. I mean, they did a whole big baptism.
Yeah.
That day, based on the message he said and how many people wanted to go, felt the calling to go.
Yeah.
Get baptized, and like both my sister and I both of them. We were both baptized when we were younger, and then but
you were Lutheran, right? Or
yeah.
One of you were.
Yeah, but I didn't really we didn't grow up going to church. What do they call them? Like Creaster goers, where you go on Christmas and Easter, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And like the message that day, I remember it was like, when you get baptized as a kid, I don't remember everything about it, but it was like along the lines of when you get baptized as a kid, like that's your parents leading you towards God and directing you on that path to live your life. Whereas like when you get old enough to the age where you're living on your own, like it's up to you to decide that for yourself, and to put into that, like the daily work to reach that point. And so that was kind of where the message, I think, I mean, you can chime in if you need to on the message, but I think that was the gist of the message that day.
Yeah.
was choosing that for yourself.
Yeah.
And I remember my sister was crying, like,
Sobbing.
because she felt she was at a
She was in a
harder
pretty
time
dark
in her
place.
life, and felt like that message was literally directly spoken right to her.
Mm-hmm.
And they just asked, they had like pools
Yeah.
basically
Like an altar
up on the
call.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And said, anyone who wants to get baptized, feel free to walk up and we'll baptize you. And that was when I got rebaptized.
Yeah.
Um,
Because you chose that for you.
yeah, I chose that for myself that day.
Yeah.
So
No, it was beautiful. And like we had talked about it. I had same kind of thing. I was baptized Lutheran when I was a little kid. I got re-baptized when I was in high school, just non-denominational. And we had talked about it a lot of like I would love to like re-baptize you, because I feel like you have just from kind of college on have just had a spiritual awakening of like you really dug deep into your faith. You really started learning. You really grew in your relationship with God, and it was something that was yours now. It wasn't like anyone else's. And so I remember we had even talked about like before our wedding doing it or something like that, and it never ended up happening. And we were down in Colorado for Easter, and his mom and stepdad and sister came down, and I think Zoe was there too.
I think she was. There's a lot of people crying.
Yeah. And I remember during the service, we looked over and his sister is just sobbing. And I think it was a lot about identity. And I even think they talked about some depression. I can't remember exactly what the full message was, but it was beautiful.
I think I was at one point during that service, I think I was tearing up because I felt like it was being spoken right at Peyton.
Yep. And I remember,
And I just looked over and saw her, and then just made me emotional.
sob. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember telling you, because I think you were maybe on the end of the row, and I had heard Peyton say like, I'm going to do it. I want to get baptized. And so I told you that because I kept kind of saying like, Logan, do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? You're like, I don't know. And then I was like, Peyton's doing it. And I think that was like, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys actually got baptized together in the same pool, and I baptized you, and then his stepdad baptized Peyton. And yeah, it was beautiful. Something I actually did kind of want to talk about, and then I want to get to one more question, but Bible study this week, we talked a lot about like faith the size of a mustard seed, and it was just like super inspirational. So I'm like, maybe someone else needs to hear this, but I think that a lot of times faith and Christianity can be super intimidating because you feel like you have to know it all. You have to know the Bible front to back, or be able to like recall a verse on the spot, things like that. And like all God calls us to have is faith the size of a mustard seed. And I want to say that I read something that said the mustard seed is the smallest, but once it's harvested, it's the largest. So like you plant that and it's the smallest, but then once it's taken root and like harvested, it's the biggest. And so it was just super inspirational to think like, I just have to have the smallest amount of faith. And whatever that is in your life, whether you're going through something, whether you're working towards something, whether you're longing for something and you're making that known to God, like you just need that tiny bit of faith. So I just found that super inspiring.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah. Just want to share that. Okay. Last thing. I just thought this was a fun one to end on. What's something you guys are looking forward to? Just
in general?
Week? Yeah.
I mean, going to see all of our friends and family, I feel like I don't get to spend as much time as you will. So I'll be a little jealous of that, but I think it'll be good. Cause then we have some, like my dad and Jenny are coming back here next week for the next game. So be a good couple weeks of seeing friends and family that we love.
Yeah. We haven't seen them for a really long time. I think that is one of the hardest things about just this lifestyle and what we do is we don't get family time, and we don't get to see our best friends like we wish that we could. So it'll be really good. So I would second that. I'm really excited. I'm excited to go to Denver. I'm excited for the team to just learn from last week, grow from it, go out on that stage. I mean, what an incredible stage to come back and
Bounce back.
bounce back. So it'll be a good week, be a good weekend.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Same.
All right.
After I get over this cold that our daughter gave us.
I know. Prayers for healing.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Again, it just keeps blowing up every single week. We're going to hit 1,000 Instagram followers this week, I think. So pretty exciting.
Here we
TikTok
go.
as well. So make sure to follow us. We're really appreciative, and it helps. It's liking and subscribing definitely helps with getting this out to more people. So make sure to do that as well.
Yeah. And also wanted to say if there's any local businesses, larger companies or anything that would want to partner with us and have us read off some ads for you, we'd love to do that. So you can reach out through social media or any way. And week 4, that's it. That's all we got for you.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it.
Bye, guys. See you next week.